This number right there is how much me and my wife are going to try and pay off in credit card debt over the next 2 years. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how we plan to do that. But ignore that coffee stain. That was my bad. Okay, so the first thing to look at here is this number here, which is going to be our beginning balance or total owed on our credit cards once February hits, because I'm actively paying off credit cards as we speak. Now, the interesting part about this is basically how much extra work me and Brittany both need to be doing. And we calculated this number because we thought it was very realistic and very doable. But essentially, I need to be making $800 extra per month, and Brittany needs to be making $800 extra per month, which is gonna bring us to a total of $1,600 extra per month. So now, as you guys noticed, I only multiplied 1,600 by 11 because January is already passed and February is our next opportunity to make this kind of money and really set ourselves up for success. So I did multiply this by 11, which got us to the number of 17,600. Now, if you multiply that by 2, because let's just think that maybe next year we're not gonna have a good month and we don't hit our number goals. So we're gonna be a little conservative and say that if you multiply that number by 2, you get to 35,200. Now, I know that's not that number right there, but it's very, very close, guys. And I can live with maybe being a couple $1,000s in credit card debt if worse comes to worse. But now the big question here is, how are we going to actually do this? Let me show you. So I put together this very oversimplified list of things that we're going to be doing to accomplish those numbers. Now, at the top of this list, these are things that we can absolutely control because there's like no barrier to entry, or we've already broken that barrier. So DoorDash, Instacart, very easy, something that you can do at the nighttime or on the weekends. Turo, photography, already stuff that we're doing, but we might just try and do more of it. Another thing that we're going to be doing is moving into a 1-bedroom apartment as soon as our lease is up here. That's going to save us between $400 and $600 a month, which will be huge. Now, some things at the bottom of this list that maybe we can't really control, but some things that might happen: promotion, raises. I might be starting with some bookkeeping clients, some tax clients, etc. But I'm not counting on these things, so I wanted to put them at the bottom of the list. So there you guys have it. That is our action plan in order to get out of that debt in a 2-year period. Now, everything is always easier said than done, so stay tuned because I'm going to be sharing with you guys the numbers, whether they're good or bad, and we'll find out if we can actually do this or not.